Before we begin, thank you very much to Ryan A., proud Year of the Goat MP10 Optimus Prime owner, for joining the Patreon campaign. Interesting you want to be identified by that toy? Hey, I don't begrudge anyone for liking something. You know, that's, if you are that proud of it, you do you. Congratulations, glad you enjoy it. But thank you also for the support. Keeps the channel going, keeps all the upgrades coming. As you can see, I've been making quite a few around here, and there are still more on the way. So yeah, the Patreon is really important for me to be able to consistently try to improve and bring you guys a better daily YouTube show for Transformers. Thank you very much, Ryan. Do appreciate it. So, news roundup time. And this is a little bit of a thin week, but we have some fun stuff that we have to talk about. So, do you remember my fears? We saw that silhouette of the upcoming Studio Series 86 Mixmaster, and I was a little bit worried because he was looking a little scrawny compared to some of his cohorts in the Constructicons. Well, we have a shot of him as is. We have a shot of him now. Like, someone actually got him in hand. We have a gallery, and he looks good. He actually does look good. Now, there are some things that are a little bit odd about him. Like, the arms do look a little bit thin, but I think all of the arms on some of these look a little bit thin. That's just the nature of how they transform, which, okay, that's how it is. I do like this mode. The drum is a little bit small. Little bit small in the drum. That's about be my only real criticism there. Why is it hinged? What happens when I open up that mixing drum? Do they show it? I didn't get a chance to look through this whole gallery. There it is next to the Combiner Wars one, which obviously, yeah, the proportions there are, you know, just a little bit thinner in the arms, actually. The legs on the new one are a little bit thicker in proportion as well. Good to see. And the weird part about it, the part that I hated about that toy, is those stupid flimsy little elbows. So the new Mixmaster also has that two-piece hinge thing going on for the elbows instead of the traditional three. But it is what it is. It's a thin arm. They have to work it in however they can. It still looks like it's got better range. And we saw from the poses, it has a bicep swivel. So it has a lot more going for it than the original. I will give it that. We look here. Yeah, I like the vehicle mode a lot more than I do the Combiner War. I still don't know what they were thinking by flipping the entire vehicle around. Like, it doesn't even look good as a truck. Oh, well, we have fixed it now. You know, that looks like a proper Devastator leg right there. I wish the arms for robot mode had somewhere to go. You can see the forearms just kind of floating out there in the back. I wish they kind of like doubled over, you know, just to clean it up a little bit. But hey, nice deep ankle tilt, and the secure joints and the extra assembly for that is what's pushing this to a Voyager class, along with the fact that we do know that they only have so much space to go around on this in the budget. So the Deluxes are a little bit big, the Voyagers are a little bit small, just so everyone's the same size, you know. And a few more photos. Let me quickly credit this one specifically. See, because who did the other ones? Transmimi. So we've gotten photos from Transmimi before because we recognize this stage, and I will say they are lovely photos. They are very good at what they do, obviously. Please, for the love of God, zoom in closer. I know you spent a whole lot of money on this ubiquitous stage that you have built. I know that because I have built a stage out of ubiquitous parts for my reviews. I know these are expensive. For the love of God. We want to see, we don't care. We don't care how fancy your review stage is. Zoom in. Do not take up more than 50% of the frame with this stage. Just get closer to the robot so we can see it clearly. That's all I ask. Thankfully, more than one person got this in hand, so we have a little bit better idea of how it works. Yeah, I still don't know what that hinge does. No one opened up the the thing. I just wanted to see what was inside it. It's like a piñata. It's like I have no intention of eating that much candy, but I still want to see what they got inside. Oh well. So, for some reason, Amazon very quickly shipped out the Cyberworld Grimlock, the brand, for the new toy line that Hasbro very quickly has to put out to replace Earthspark. I'm still not sold on this design whatsoever, but at least now we have it in hand so we can actually see what's going on. What's going on are the most hollowed legs I have ever seen in my life. That is an empty shell of a leg down there. And yeah, it's a simple gimmicky Grimlock toy. It's got, spinning gimmick, chomping gimmick, a very rushed and poor adaptation of a beast mode. Yeah, it does have a little bit of extra function. There are actual, dedicated transformation parts just for operating, just for operating in this modes like this. Like, that whole extended bar and that flip out peg, that is for having a character right on top of Grimlock securely. So someone can, you don't just have to sit Optimus Prime on top of Grimlock. You actually can peg him in place so everything stays together. Okay, so that's fair. Yeah. It breaks down. So apparently a lot of this stuff is removable. And, kind of curious why. There is something of a cycle mode that is reported this. I guess that is what you take all those spare parts and combine them into that. But that leaves you with an armless Grimlock, which is a little bit odd. And they're in your mech mode, for lack of better terminology for it. This is weird. It's weird. It's a very different style that we're going for in this toy line. But apparently, from what I've heard, there's more transformation to it than I originally assumed. And you can see by comparison shots, he is pretty big. He is actually very, very big. Now, fun part, some of these photos, the ones that are taken on the bed specifically, were actually photographed by someone that was in my Discord. So we, on my Discord, got to see this much faster than what was posted at DFW. Just a fun little one for you. Yeah, and there's a comparison shot to the HasLab Ultra Magnus. So yes, he is a big, big boy. Not a whole lot of transformation though. You can see, you're done in just a handful of steps here. So nothing surprising though. We knew it was going to be a cheap kids line with very, very simple construction. No big surprises, but it's out and about if you really need a weird Grimlock in the collection. All right, so bunch of weird stories for the week, so we can bounce through these a little bit quicker. We have in-hand shots of that brand new Bumblebee and Optimus Prime Crash Combiner 2-pack. Remember, the Optimus Prime is just a straight-up Optimus repaint, whereas the Bumblebee is a repaint of the drag strip figure from RID 2015, which is a weird call to make, but they just wanted two big characters on this 2-pack in order to release it. It's a weird set, but it is what it is. I'm still waiting for someone to get this set in who has one of the sets where Bumblebee is on top so he can have a double Bumble. I'm waiting for double Bumble. Beyond that, they're 10-year-old toys being randomly redone just so Hasbro has something else to sell. I don't understand why decisions like this are made, but it is whatever. If you like your Crash Combiners, here's two more for you. Now, if you like your combining toys out of Japan, Wild King has new episodes up there now, up to episode 5, which introduces two more. Oh, can I remember the name of the new dino, the Spinosaur? Someone in the comment section is going to correct me. Don't jump at me for it. The name has slipped my mind because I'm still getting used to them. But we know Ignite Leo, and the episode largely focuses on Ignite Leo. So you do have some new insight to the character if you're buying the fan subbed version of it. I'm just watching the raw Japanese because that's the fastest way to take it in, and there's not a whole lot of intricate story going on here, so it's whatever you choose. It's at least starting to do a few things that are interesting storyline wise outside of just Optimus and Megatron keep collecting Pokemon to hit each other with. Speaking of hitting each other with Transformers, so the Transformers Eternal War mobile game has a brand new trailer out. It's mostly just a fluff trailer, just showing off a little bit, and a few teases for what's to come. There's like a Nemesis Prime tease or a Shattered Glass Prime, one or the other at the end. But it's mostly just kind of showing off what the graphics look like, what you'll be doing in the game. And, you know, the layout and everything, it looks very mobile game. I will give it that. It looks very mobile game. Transformers apparently reach insane levels, by the way. Like, I'm used to mobile games where it's like Final Fantasy based, where, you know, you cap out at 99 or 100. No, level 247, because why not? Why not? Also, why is Breakdown the highest level character on the team? It's like one of these things is not like the other, and like we just randomly threw in one Stunticon to go with all of these other major Decepticons, and he also happens to be the highest level out of all of them. Interesting that. A little bit of what the game's going to look like. This doesn't really tell me anything about how the gameplay works, but okay. Lots of playable characters. We also see where they're going to be using a lot of character models as just generic grunts. So here you see Rumble and or Frenzy in black, you know, and the like steel, just like flat gray laser beaks in the air. So lots of generics there. You can see a Hound being used as a generic in the background there. Unless somehow you can flank enemies that you know, and that's just, you know, Hound in bad lighting. Either way, the game is making progress. It had its closed beta, didn't hear how the game actually played. I'm still curious though, because I would like a good Transformer game on my phone, just to open up and goof around for a little bit. Okay, so that recent toy show in Japan actually did have this out as well, but we didn't have good photos of it at the time. Now we have some good photos. So this is the Transformers Cross Frame Girls Optimus Prime. And yeah, this is one of those that's not for me. I have taken a stance that I am no longer going to criticize over it, but it's just not the thing for me. She has glass boobs, and that's my only takeaway. At least it's decently done. It's not like the weird, which was it, the RC or the Starscream? One of them had like a skin tone face, and it looked very uncanny valley and very scary. Not the case here. Flat white, just like the thighs and a lot of the other parts. So it's not hitting that weird, weird like creepy, almost body horror level. It's fine. It's fine. It's just not my thing. It does look like it's going to articulate well, at least. Okay, we got a bunch of stuff from Blokees, including the official images for the upcoming Wave 7. We've seen a little bit before, but now we got these really good shots of Orion Pax with his cog and his mining tool. Great to see that that's included. Elito 1, who looks fantastic. I want to say, it's not shown here, but one of the foxes, like one of those cyber foxes or elks, whatever they were, like one of the animals on the surface of Cybertron is included with her because she is a much smaller figure, so it kind of makes up the size a little bit. I want to say that might be that big backpack she's carrying. It might turn into it might be like fold up into a backpack for her, but I'm just guessing on that one. Very happy B127 is here, and then we have him cogged as well. Went by a little bit quick just so you get to see that. Not a whole lot of difference between the two, but you know, it is there. We have Soundwave looking really, really good. Oddly enough, like shrinking him down for Blokees proportions, like takes the size of his chest down a little bit, so it actually looks a little bit better to me. There's Starscream. If you want a tiny little Steve Buscemi for your collection, it looks good to me. There's Shockwave. Again, looks really, really good rendered here. Love to see it. Alpha Trion looking good. Translucent sword and everything ready to go. There's your cogged Megatron. You're ready to seize Cybertron for himself. And then you have the chase version, which is nice and metallic with an energized barrel. Very, 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 very nice. And then you just have like D16. Just uncogged. Just look how far he came. Look where we started. Look where we are. Man, it's a wild 2 hours, wasn't it? We also have a brand new tracker, which this time is done up in all silver. I told Blokees, like, you could just straight up do a ton of these, just like one solid block of just different colors of these, and it would sell. So here you go, troop building away. The weird thing about the silver tracker, though, is that it's not listed in the assortment. We know the chase figure is the Megatron, but we don't actually have any idea of like how these are included, which is odd. Yeah, and it looks like they might even have been making a few changes to how they're assembled too. Like that midsection piece, that's not in any of the previous ones I've built. So I'm kind of curious how they're going to engineer as well. Still, really, really good set. Really good set. And Blokees is not done. Here is their Wave 3 of Galaxy version Defender. These are the tiny ones that we've taken a look at on this channel. And this is, again, a really strong character selection. There's the Soundwave. Obviously, got to do Soundwave. Got to do a Grimlock as well. Skywarp, get all the Seekers out, of course. Hot Rod, complete with the Buzzsaw. I love that the Buzzsaw was only used for like 30 seconds in the movie, but it has to be included in all of his toys now. Shattered Glass Optimus Prime. I love that they're doing Shattered Glass stuff. You get the vehicle mode version as well. The Translucent Shockwave. I believe this is the chase, like the super rare chase. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. I think that, actually, no, I think the Soundwave is the chase. Okay, so Golden Lagoon Megatron. There's Soundwave with Ravage. Now, this one I do think is Chase, because I think there's a version with and without the Ravage. Yep, and there's a few other promo shots, and then you got Constructicons. You got I can never keep Scrapper and Bone Crusher blend so quick when I'm trying to break them out in my head. This is Scrapper. Scrapper's one with wheels. There's Mixmaster. There's Long Haul. All right, so 3 more of the Constructicons that are coming out. I've only got 2 of them so far. So cool to see that they're getting all of them out there because we know they are capable of combining into Devastator. Also, Jazz with a megaphone weapon's kind of hilarious. However, we do have an update on those Devastator parts, which is an official statement from Blokees was made that they will not be including them with for release in the US, which sounds really bad at first. Like if you were collecting all of these Galaxy Defender figures in order to get a Devastator out of it, unfortunately, that will not be happening, at least not in the US. They are not allowed to sell this in the US. Now, that might be because of how Transformer licensing works. Hasbro is extremely strict about who can make a transforming Transformer figure outside of themselves. Meaning this might just be like a weird situation like that. So we don't know. Now this might just be because so far they're only available in a Chinese packaging. It might be like, well, until it has an English package, we're not able to sell it. This might be any number of weird reasons, but ultimately, a well-timed trip to eBay, you will be able to get these parts. So don't worry about that. Like, it's not going to be like completely unavailable to you if you really need your Blokees Devastator. It's just unfortunate that's what it's come down to. And we're going to take a quick look in at Aldi as well. So this is their Action Elite, Alpha Action Elite, Wave 2. So different toy line than what we've seen before. But hey, this is some really interesting stuff. So Goldbug, and looking really good as well. Goldbug is so easy to just repaint Bumblebee with a new head, but they have gone all the extra miles you need to make that even better. And that doesn't just mean the head sculpt is different. The backpack piece is different, so he has that Throttlebot overhang behind him. The most important aspect to me is that the feet have been retooled to have both, both sets of wheels, because that's how those toys worked. Like, that's how the animation model for Goldbug worked. The front and rear sections were smashed together like that. So that's actually really, really cool to see. They went the extra mile to make that work. And yeah, it's a much nicer Goldbug than I expected. The Megatron that is toy accurate, so the gun barrel can mount to his side, and he comes with the sword that the original toy had in Japan. least in a weird iteration of it anyway. And then we have a bug bite, because, you know, at this point, why not a bug bite? And he does come with the classics wing pack. So yeah, he's as accurate to the original as they can make him, which is nice to see. So there you go. Bunch more on top of all the other ones that they have been showing off, because they have been showing off a lot. But it's cool additions. Like that gold bug, I honestly would not mind. I would not mind having that, because it is such a rare thing to get a nice looking gold bug of any sort. And just to wrap us up, so we reported these a while back, that Funko was doing Optimus Primal, Megatron, Rhinox, and Black Arachnia from Beast Wars. Well, to further the confirmation behind that, we have actual EAN numbers, meaning that these are in production, these are going to be released. So this is about as close to official confirmation as we have just yet. These are supposed to be released under the TV Transformers Classic line. We have no idea what that means. It might just be a catch-all for animation-based Transformer Pops. Best guess we got, because a lot of the Funko Pops do tend to be toy-based. So sit and wait to see how that works out. And that is going to do it for our news roundup for the day. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you're now caught up on everything Transformer for the week. And as always, I will see you next time.
Hello everyone, I am Astral Agent Magnetar, a Tokusatsu VTuber, and I am streaming 4 times a week over on Twitch, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday afternoons, and a special late night one on late Friday/early Saturday. So come watch, come hang out, and let's make an impact together.